Dhani Harrison, welcome.
Good afternoon, evening, good night.
Exactly. It's nice to be in your presence at, well, it would be nice no matter what, but an event like this.
This is fun, isn't it?
It is. And knowing that, it seems like it's been a long and really great relationship for you with the man who's being honored as 2017 MusiCares of the Person of the Year.
It has, and yeah, I mean, family aside, it's, we've been on a few adventures together, just as co-buddies, and...
Do you remember when you first met Tom Petty?
I do, actually. I was about 11 years old, and I met Tom's daughter Adria for the first time, and we became siblings, and we spent the Christmas together, and I remember it was the year that the Nintendo came out, so we spent
memorable
Christmas playing Duck Hunt and Gyromite, mostly Duck Hunt, on a big TV, and the rest is history. We're Duck Hunt bros.
Yeah, I remember the first time getting to see the beautiful concert for George that you all did, and there seemed really visible watching that just a real specific close relationship between you and Tom Petty.
I think it's Tom and Jeff, especially those guys. I feel like because my dad only had one kid, I didn't have anyone to go and play with, so I was always just brought with him. So I got to be the one that was kind of got to be on the recordings, got to be in the room. And I was just a fly on the wall, and then eventually I got a Wilbury name, and I got, so it was the best thing ever. I just remember all those recording sessions were just, we'd play cricket in the afternoon, everyone would have tea.
Perfect life.
It was the best times of my life, so it was family, family.
There's another beautiful and inspired performance at your father's induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, where, among others, you're alongside Prince.
That was the same lineup that we got tonight with Ben Mont instead of Steve Winwood.
Right.
And we had Prince playing guitar, which was the classic backbend guitar throw, which was a little gratuitous.
Really?
Whatever. But it's it was an interesting. Everyone's always like, "Wow, he's smiling so much on stage," and I was smiling because I was just like, oh man, I could just imagine Tom and Jeff in their heads going, what the hell is going on? It was definitely a moment to be shared with the whole human race, and I was standing front and center, so I was kind of looking at the Wilburys and the Heartbreakers, and then I was the buffer zone between Prince.
Wow, that's an interesting place to be.
And so I was just kind of laughing at how awkward the whole thing was, but it went down so well that it was a classic moment,
Fistful of Mercy.
Yes.
Can you talk about that a little bit? Joseph Arthur and Ben Harper?
Oh, it was good. It was a good time. We just kind of got together playing a record. We were supposed to be a record of Joe's, and then I turned up and no one had written it yet. So we wrote it all together in 3 days and recorded it in 3 days.
Is that right? Wow.
Yeah, and so we talked about, considering the climate of the times right now is pretty much the time to get back together and do another Fistful of Mercy record. So, so that's probably going to happen at some point. Yes.
And would you, given the opportunity to say something that you'd like to say to Tom Petty in honor of this award that everybody is gathered here for the concert, etc., what would you like to say to Tom?
I'd like to say to Tom, I'd love to say that just thank you so much. He's been such a support for me. Before, when I was a kid, he was always so supportive of me playing and let me hang out and see the inner workings. I always sat, with Bugs on the guitar stand and just seen every Heartbreakers show. But in more recent years, I think since my dad passed away, he's been him and Jeff, they've both been real dads to me. And I love them both so dearly, and they're just... even just seeing them in passing, I have a very different relationship, and that's nothing to do with all of the great music. That's just as a family member how much I love them.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're not bad at music either.
No, you're in good company.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah, but I couldn't be happier for Tom. I think this is fantastic, and not to mention it makes for a great show. And I've been privy to a lot of really great MusiCares evenings, and I can't wait to be a part of this one. This one's going to be killer.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah,
I'm
really
so
great.
glad that you're here, and thanks for your time.
Thank
here
you
on
very much.
Sirius
I'm going to
XM.
go and rehearse now.
All right, Dhani
Okay,
Harrison.
cheers.
Thank you. All right.